my channel. As you can see, this is our zombie makeup tutorial today. This is actually super easy. It's just using liquid latex and materials you probably already have around your house, as well as some makeup products. So let's just jump into it, shall we? So first, I'm just putting some petroleum jelly on my eyebrows. I don't want any mishaps with the liquid latex, so I am going to try to protect my eyebrows at all costs. We don't need any accidental waxing here. Alright, now this really weird thing that I'm doing, the goal is to stretch out your skin, and then let the liquid latex dry after you set it down, while still holding your skin, and then when you let it go, it's going to look super wrinkly. Now, this was really hard to do on myself, so all this ended up being was that I laid down a layer of liquid latex. So I'm just laying down multiple layers, letting it dry, letting it lay down. Please be very careful, avoid your eyebrows and your hairline, otherwise you will rip your hair out. You can see I'm still trying to make like a mad face to try to stretch this down. Got some stuck to me. This liquid latex gets everywhere, FYI, so just keep that in mind when you are doing this. And now it's time for our disfigured nose. So I'm just going to start by laying a layer of liquid latex around my nose, and we are going to rip up some tissue paper. So what you're going to want to do, you don't want any straight edges, so make sure when you rip up the edges that they're very varied, because it'll make it easier to blend into the skin. A very harsh line is going to be really hard to conceal, and I am just laying that from the bridge of my nose kind of over, moving towards my cheek. And I recommend taking a mixture of big pieces and little pieces to vary the texture. And the hardest part I had time with was right at that curve of my nose, so it took some little pieces to kind of bridge that gap there so I didn't have any open space on my face. And I also recommend crinkling up the tissue paper before you put it on your face to give it a really weird texture. Because the first pieces I laid down were kind of flat, and it didn't really do much in terms of adding texture to my face. And I also kind of take this farther out a little bit because I thought it just looked cooler, so I'm going to take it farther out on my cheek. And now we turned into a zombie because we got bit by another zombie on our cheek. So I am laying down a layer of liquid latex right now, and I am just going to take pieces of cotton and tear it apart. These are very small pieces of cotton, and I am going to layer it down on top of this liquid latex layer that I've laid down on my cheek. And then you're going to put layers of liquid latex over this cotton, and you can layer that as many times as you like. I just did a couple of layers, but yes, so it's going to go liquid latex, cotton, liquid latex, and with liquid latex always. And now I'm waiting for this to dry, so I'm just, messing around on my face with the spatula, creating some weird texture. This probably really isn't good for my face, but I did get some really cool texture on my forehead from that liquid latex. So maybe just use your fingers or something. Maybe not a spatula. And now I'm taking some tweezers and just pulling out the cotton to make this look more gross. Wait until everything is dry, or you're going to get liquid latex stuck to your tweezers. But I really did like how this ended up looking. It kind of just has like a gross, disgusting look to it, which is what we're going for today. Alright, so now what I am layering on my face now is a mixture of foundation that's actually a pretty yellow foundation, and I dipped the brush in some green aqua paint beforehand, so kind of figure out what it's going to look like. I didn't want this to be too green, but I still wanted to have like a sickly vibe to it. So I kind of had to try to do this a few times. I had to layer multiple layers, and I'm just using a makeup sponge because the aqua paints that I've used have stained my brushes before, and I don't really want to stain the foundation brush that I use every day. So I'm just using some disposable makeup sponges that you can buy them at any drugstore. And we're just going to put that all over our face, everywhere on the face that we put anything, even the liquid latex, and bring it down to your neck and your chest depending on what you're going to wear with this. Because you don't want a stark line between your chin and then your neck is like normal colored. And now I'm just taking another piece of makeup sponge and some red aqua paint, and we're going to put that on the bite wound that we have on our cheek over there. And I also kind of extended it farther out from the wound because it would be kind of messy if you got bit. Zombies aren't very neat about eating. And this is the scab blood. So this is just like a thicker blood that you can buy. And I'm just using a spatula to put that all over the wound because it's an open wound, it's not healed. And we're just gonna take that everywhere. And it's like crazy how this blood just makes that big of a difference to look like a real wound. And we're gonna just add a little bit of blood in other places because again, messy zombies, this is how it is. All right, and now I am trying to contour my face here. I didn't have a really good color for this, but basically look at like pictures of like sunken in or like zombies or something like that, and they have really hollowed out cheeks where you go down the cheekbone and then you kind of curve and go down to your chin. I really want it to look sunken in here, and I'm also going to do the same thing on my forehead and my temples just to really give the vibe that I'm like a sick zombie. And we're also hollowing out the eyes, so I am just using the same kind of shades again. The eyes, you can use like a bunch of different shades just to make it super, super deep. So that's what I'm doing from the inner corner to like my eyebrows and and into the crease right there. And we're also gonna go underneath the eyes to really hollow them out. So I'm taking them kind of where my eye bags would be. You know, so we're not concealing today, we're doing the opposite. And we're just going to blend that out underneath to look, you know, just super, super sick. So now I'm doing like an angry look, so I'm trying to get contour and like all my wrinkles. You can do this too with your forehead, so anywhere where I have some like wrinklage, I am just gonna emphasize that right now. And now I'm just taking this brown aqua paint. It was a little bit warm for my liking. I wish it was cooler tone, but this is just supposed to be kind of mud because, you know, you're outside, walking around, not caring about life because you're dead, you know. We're just gonna splatter that everywhere. Now I'm just trying to blend that out because, you know, even though you're a zombie, you gotta make sure your eyeshadow's blended. And I'm just kind of making my lips undead, and I'm gonna take some black eyeshadow and put it inside of my lips to kind of make it look like they're dying off, so to speak. Alright guys, so that is the end of this zombie tutorial. I hope that you really enjoyed it. Please like this video, subscribe if you like me as well. Leave a comment letting me know what you're going to be for Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Anything else?
I don't know what you think.
No.
That's a wrap, that's a wrap, that's a wrap. Now I can get this off my face. Now I can get this off my face. I'm just gonna take this off later. It hurts too bad.